Can you step out of the car for me? I know you're confused. I'll explain everything to you. You don't have anything on you? You can just grab whatever you need.
Whatever I need?
Yeah, whatever you need. Like your phone, your purse, go ahead and grab it.
Is she going somewhere? Or?
Yeah, we're going to explain everything to you guys. Go ahead and grab it. We're not going anywhere right now. Of course, yeah. I get it, yeah. Unfortunately, we have to do it that way. So do me a favor, we just take this off.
Can I ask you
Of course, yeah. It's not, like I said, it's not my investigation. Obviously, we're here for a reason. So go ahead and turn around for me. So right now you're being detained, and there is a detective that needs to talk to you at the police department.
But here's where...
This is Christina Formela, and what she told police after being arrested for 55 felonies will blow your mind. Everybody comes after me because I'm good looking. That's what the 30-year-old teacher told detectives after being caught in an inappropriate relationship with a 15-year-old student that stretched across more than 50 encounters.
Over 50 encounters.
Did you really see him 50 times?
Not, I'm innocent. Not, this is a mistake. But essentially, I'm too pretty to be a predator.
Realism stresses the reality, knowledge, and value exists independent of the human mind. Can't wait to see what the future holds for you and this upcoming season. I know you're...
Realism teaches us that reality, knowledge, and values exist independently of the human mind. That truth becomes even clearer when you examine this case. On the surface, Christina Formela looked like the kind of teacher parents trusted and students admired. She projected warmth, confidence, and control. But beneath that facade was a woman who believed her beauty made her immune to the very laws she swore to uphold. This is more than a story about one teacher's downfall. It's about the most narcissistic defense in modern criminal history, a woman so convinced of her own desirability that she cast herself as a victim, accusing a 16-year-old boy of manipulating her. In her mind, she wasn't grooming a child. She was a jilted lover betrayed by her boyfriend. Her phone contained the most chilling evidence, a digital memoir detailing her relationship, entry by entry, as if she were writing a romance novel. It wasn't just incriminating, it was a psychological blueprint. Female predators who weaponize their appearance follow a pattern. First, they present themselves as a cool authority figure who understands kids. Then they target vulnerabilities, injuries, low self-esteem, or the need for approval. And when caught, they flip the script, claiming persecution or jealousy. Christina executed that playbook perfectly, but she made one devastating error. She documented every step. Those notes exposed her calculated campaign of manipulation. And it all started to unravel on March 15th, 2025, when mother in Downers Grove, Illinois, signed into her son's iCloud account and stumbled upon the truth.
I love you so much, Mama.
I love you so much, baby. Even though this morning was short, it was perfect.
I know, baby. It was perfect, baby. It's so perfect.
I love having...
I know, baby. I love it so much. It's so perfect.
The messages came from a number she knew instantly, her son's special education teacher and soccer coach, Christina Formela. Within hours, the evidence was in police hands. By the next day, Christina wasn't in a classroom. She was in handcuffs.
Handcuffs.
Do you have your license on you?
Can I?
Yeah, I'm going to explain. I'm sure you're confused. I'll explain everything to you. You're Christina?
Yes.
Okay, Christina, do me a favor. Can you step out of the car for me? I know you're confused. I'll explain everything to you. You don't have anything on you? You can just grab whatever you need.
Whatever I need?
Yeah, whatever you need. Like your phone, your purse, go ahead and grab it.
Is she going somewhere? Or?
Yeah, we're going to explain everything to you guys. Go ahead and grab it. We're not going anywhere right now. Of course, yeah. I get it, yeah. Unfortunately, we have to do it that way. So do me a favor, we just take this off.
Can I ask you
Of course, yeah. It's not, like I said, it's not my investigation. Obviously, we're here for a reason. So go ahead and turn around for me. So right now you're being detained, and there is a detective that needs to talk to you at the police department.
But this is where the story turns unbelievable. Confronted with the evidence, Christina doesn't deny the messages. Instead, she spins a wild tale that her 15-year-old victim hacked her phone, sent himself inappropriate texts, and deleted them to set her up. When that fantasy falls apart, she pulls out what she calls her ace card.
Everybody everybody comes after me because I'm good looking and I'm just a good person who cared too much about.
Christina revealed something chilling about predator psychology. She believed her beauty made her untouchable. But investigators were just beginning. What they found wasn't simply evidence of a crime, but a disturbing window into her mind, a fantasy relationship with a child she treated as real. Hidden in her phone's notes app was a detailed memoir, a textbook of narcissistic delusion that exposed the full depth of her predatory mentality. Here's her most revealing entry.
Section.
I once again from day 1 called your next girlfriend. You're so predictable and disgusting, shocker you cheated on me with her. All I was to you was somebody to... I'm not even upset. I'm not mad. I'm not any of that. I've just lost interest. I went back and screenshotted every single time that I said we should break up until after the wedding and after you graduated. And every single time you came back and convinced me it would be fine. I initiated every single breakup only for you to end things, saying you couldn't get over it. You ruined us. I warned you we should never have started dating a long time ago. And you gaslit me and convinced me it was fine because that's who you are. We will never be together again. I'm not a second choice. I'm the best thing you'll ever have, even with all my mistakes. You once again waited and strung me along until it was convenient for you. It broke me last time, this time it changed me. I'm not sad. I'm mad I let a 16-year-old...
Stop and let that sink in. A 30-year-old woman, a teacher, writing in her diary that she allowed a 16-year-old to manipulate her.
And I made a promise to myself that I will never let any guy with me like that again, ever. In the end, we both lost. You lost the girl who would have stuck with you through thick and thin, who would have changed anything about herself to make you happy. And I lost the person I was before I met.
He's going to reach out to me soon and try to fix things between us. In the meantime, I'll live my best life knowing he's not who I thought he was, and that he's beneath me. That single diary entry captures Christina's warped psychology, blaming a teenager for betrayal while elevating herself as a victim. And it only gets darker. On November 11, 2024, she wrote, "We will connect again soon in a positive way. We will both get the closure we need in order to move on in a healthy way. We will be in each other's lives forever. We will be able to love each other while also living our own lives." For investigators, these words prove this wasn't a fleeting lapse. It was a 2-year campaign of manipulation, carefully documented step by step. In January 2023, Christina targeted a 14-year-old boy recovering from a broken collarbone. She offered tutoring, a gesture that seemed compassionate, but marked the beginning of grooming. By February, she handed him her personal number under the guise of educational gaming. It was a deliberate move to shift communication away from monitored school platforms. By March, the inappropriate messages began. She knew his vulnerabilities, his injury, academic struggles, and hunger for approval. She became the adult who understood him, then used that trust to escalate the relationship. By December, investigators uncovered the first inappropriate encounter in a locked classroom before school. But that was just the beginning. At least 50 incidents followed, nearly all during school hours, in classrooms meant for learning. The digital trail was undeniable. Hundreds of texts, images saved from social media, FaceTime logs, and carefully crafted notes tying everything together. And while she groomed a teenager in secret, Christina was publicly playing the role of devoted newlywed. In summer 2024, she married her college sweetheart, posing online as a perfect wife, while living one of the most disturbing double lives investigators had ever seen.
She marries her college sweetheart in what appeared to be a fairy tale wedding. Social media photos showed the happy couple celebrating, including allegedly romantic photos from their honeymoon in Italy. While maintaining her criminal activity with a student, Christina was allegedly posting pictures of her Italian honeymoon, playing the role of the perfect newlywed teacher. This wasn't just compartmentalization, this was someone living multiple, completely fabricated versions of reality. But even her memoir entries reveal her twisted priorities.
How do you feel knowing she was sneaking this child into your home and hiding any
Have some
evidence?
respect for the process, please.
And hiding any evidence of you being there so she could harm.
Did you really him 50 times, Christina? Anything you want to say? Every story has two sides.
Why would
Anything you want to say?
Proposal?
But investigators had documented everything, including her age references that proved she knew exactly how young her victim was. Beyond the memoir and text messages, investigators found the complete digital footprint of her calculated campaign. The Notes app structure revealed systematic organization, main emotional diary entries, manifestations section with specific dated entries, multiple references to breaking up until after the wedding, detailed accusations against the student for ruining the relationship. Her memoir showed she was tracking his age progression. Initially referred to victim as 15-year-old, but later notes referenced 16-year-old as student had birthday during the relationship. This proves she was fully aware she was...
She planned everything, even ending her so-called relationship with child around her wedding date and his graduation. To Christina, those weren't crimes to stop. They were milestones to schedule, as if grooming could be penciled into a calendar alongside marriage and cap and gown. Prosecutor Jacqueline McAndrew didn't mince words, describing Christina as unbelievably conniving and unbelievably controlling. But the most devastating evidence wasn't from the prosecutor or even from the victim. It came from Christina herself. Her diary revealed the truth. She wrote, "You ruined us. I warned you we should never have started dating a long time ago." She admitted she knew it was wrong, but she didn't stop. Then she twisted the narrative further. "And you gaslit me and convinced me it was fine, because that's who you are." Pause for a moment. She accused a 16-year-old of manipulating her. A grown woman, a teacher in her world. She wasn't the predator. She was the victim. Her diary called the boy disgusting, but in the same breath she bragged, "I'm not a second choice. I'm the best thing you'll ever have, even with all of my mistakes." It was a chilling mix of cruelty and arrogance, even with a mountain of evidence. Her excuse never changed. She told investigators, "Everybody comes after me because I'm good looking, because I cared too much." By spring 2025, that so-called beauty defense made her case go viral. Millions were outraged by a teacher who claimed she was too pretty to be guilty. One viral comment captured the anger. "Imagine thinking you're so pretty that laws don't apply to you." Legal analysts called it the most narcissistic defense they'd ever seen. But what made it worse? She wasn't ashamed. She was performing. Christina arrived to court smiling, hand in hand with her husband, behaving like paparazzi were still following her red carpet. Even with 60 years of prison time on the line, she was playing a role. Her lawyer begged the judge to stop the media circus. But Christina had created the circus herself, with her action, her diary, and her shameless double life. Judge Mia McPherson finally snapped. Cameras were banned, the judge calling the case horrifying, shocking, and appalling. But Christina's performance didn't stop. She weaponized her looks as camouflage, turning her beauty into a shield while the true cost fell on the teenager she destroyed. Psychologists call it traumatic bonding. When a victim feels attached to their abuser, Christina engineered that bond, making him feel lucky to have her, then punishing him when he pulled away. Even in court, she wasn't just defending herself, she was still controlling the story. But Judge McPherson wasn't fooled. Requests to loosen bail restrictions were swiftly denied. Prosecutors revealed more. This wasn't a lapse in judgment. It was nearly 2 years of calculated grooming, documented in hundreds of text and diary entries. It wasn't love. It was a campaign. Now Christina lives with her parents under GPS monitoring, barred from being near children, her teaching career destroyed, her marriage collapsing. If convicted, she faces up to 60 years. Christina believed her beauty made her untouchable, but in the end, it became her mask. A mask ripped away the moment her diary was read aloud in court. So what do you think? Was Christina delusional or dangerously calculated? Tell me in the comments. Subscribe for more. And remember, predators don't always hide in the shadows. Sometimes they hide behind a smile.